Today's story is called The Quiet Voice. It's about courage, confidence, and learning to speak, even when you're scared. Mira had always been the quiet one in class. She knew the answers, but she rarely raised her hand. Every time she tried to speak, her heart beat too fast, and her voice came out too soft. When her teacher announced a small public speaking contest, Mira wrote her name on the list before she could change her mind. The moment her pen touched the paper, she wanted to take it back, but her teacher smiled and said, "You'll do fine." That week, Mira practiced every day in her room. She recorded her voice, listened, and sighed. "Too shaky," she whispered. Still, she practiced again. By the third day, she stopped trying to sound perfect and focused on sounding like herself. The night before the contest, her best friend said, "You don't need to be loud. You just need to be real." When Mira walked onto the stage, her hands trembled. She looked at the small crowd and said softly, "When I was younger, I thought confidence meant being fearless. Now I think it means being brave, even when you're scared." The room was silent. Then, one by one, people began to clap. Mira smiled, not because she had won, but because she had spoken. Her voice wasn't loud, but it was hers. Now let's look at some useful words from the story. Trembled, shook slightly, from fear or nervousness. Contest, a competition. Shaky, not strong or steady. Fearless, without fear. Brave, able to face fear or pain. Let's check your understanding. After each question, pause the audio to think before listening to the answer. Why did Mira join the contest? Pause the audio now. Here's the answer. To challenge herself and build confidence. What advice did her friend give her? Pause the audio now. Here's the answer. To be real, not loud. What did Mira realize about confidence? Pause the audio now. Here's the answer. It's not about being fearless, but about being brave while afraid. Final message. Confidence doesn't mean being perfect or fearless. It means speaking up even when your voice shakes. Your voice doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be yours.